can happen? What can happen if you play your cards right? That is the question. This is Lady J Sting hitting you with another video. Now, the song that I'm playing is One Way. Playing your cards right. Hold on for one moment. I'm sorry, I had to remember the title. As you know, it's talking radio. So, if you play your cards right, we're about Alicia Myers, but she is from the member of One Way. So remember that. Okay, what happens if you play your cards right? That is the question. Now, gents and ladies, dating is such a commitment. And we must understand the cards that we are dealt with. Rules have a lot to do with it. Rule number one, you must be honest. Rule number two, you must know where you stand and where it's going to go, and you have to talk and communicate. Rule number three, you must know how far are you going to continue the relationship if marriage don't come very quickly. So, gents, you need to communicate with the ladies as far as this is concerned. Because when you play your cards right, you get not just a more understanding of the situation which is happening, but the woman will accept you even more and respect you, and especially if you come honorable. So you must do this, and you must know how far you're going to take it. Even when you meet her, you already know how you're going to feel about this person, because you're getting to know her, you're getting to know her mind, you're getting to know what she's doing, you're getting to know what she's saying. And if you find anything that's apprehensively that's wrong with the situation, get out at once, because it's not only is the lies going to continue, she's going to constantly keep telling you lies, or if you just give it to her straight with no chaser, which I like. It's best for you to give it to me straight with no chaser, because I can appreciate it better. And you must know how far you're really willing to take the situation. Whether it's going to lead to marriage, if it's going to lead to friendship, if it's going to lead to companionship, or just you just going out and kicking it. You know, like a woman, some women who like to just go out and play certain games or pool, or I'm a pool player. I can play pool. So and darts, I haven't tried darts yet, but I do love playing pool. So, and bowling. So you have to be in that mind frame with that person, what they like to do. And I'm not a pool shark, by the way. So you must know what it is that's going to attract you to that person, so you will know the mind frame as far as she is concerned, how far you're going to take it. Because some situations can end before they even begin. It's going to be alright. It's going to be alright. And as you know, at WLUV, we play our music as strong as we love our coffee. So, back to, if you play your cards right, what can occur and what can happen. So, we must have an understanding when you get yourself into a relationship as a couple, and I do mean Adam and Eve, how are you going to lead, gentlemen, and do the right thing as far as this woman is concerned? Do you know how far you're going to take it as far as the dating is concerned, or do you literally know you're just going to end up as friends? Now, personally, if from me remembering, just say my uncles and my cousins, they dated their wives for a while, about a year, maybe so, they got married. My aunt, on the other hand, waited a little bit longer. And we don't know if because the men got cold feet or because they just wasn't ready. But eventually they did marry them after 10 years. So, but it don't mean that there's no hope. There's certain situations that which you have to wait. And if the woman agrees, then she'll know where she stands. But what if you are a Renaissance woman and you don't want to wait 2, 5, 6 years? What do you do, ladies? Do you jump out of the situation, or do you give the man time enough to wait? To wait on him as far as the relationship is concerned. But if you do that, but at the same time you are pressured into giving him ultimatums, because he's going to lead your spirit to give him an ultimatum, so you will have to break up with him. And the spirits do that, by the way. And I have talked about this already, how spirits, a persuasion, as far as man is concerned, which man was born first, and his name was Adam. So this man will give you this, that, and put you in a pit of persuasion, so that you will have to give him an ultimatum. Either so he can remove himself from the relationship and date someone else, or to give him time enough to think. That can mean 3 things. Either he wants to get married and he either wants to get married or don't want to get married, or the body is looking for somebody else to date. That's the 3rd. Now, spiritually, he's Adam. First commandment was given to him to be with his wife, and he named her woman. Bones of my bone, flesh of my flesh. So we already know God already told Adam what he needs to do with Eve. So that's the spirit. So this is the survival of your soulmate. So you already know, a man already know, he gets his intuition as far as his soulmate is concerned. You get premonitions and you get visions, so you don't have any excuse of what that is. And thirdly, like I said, the body could just be telling you, okay, I'm going to push this to the side because I really don't want to be married to her because I'm looking for somebody else. And that's when a man have to get serious and stop chasing woman and just come up front to her and let her know what is really going on. And that is the question. If you play your cards right, and this is the spirit, you end up getting something more enjoyable. You end up getting the greatest gift that God has for you, and you wouldn't have to worry about anything, because everything will work out itself. It will be the spirit, the soul, and the body all together. But when you disobey God's order, which Adam has already did, he will not be anywhere near his soulmate. He will continue to date women throughout, and will never find the right woman, because he not did what God had already commanded him to do. And like I said, he get premonitions and he get visions. I tell my son, Javon, all the time, your mom will get premonitions, your mom will get visions, and you will get premonitions, you will get visions, and so will his father. So he already know what thy wife is and what thy wife look like. That's why I tell him, wait until you find your soulmate, because the spirit will lead you and tell you. And this goes back to marriage. So in marriage, your soulmate, the spirit, and the body. The body don't come first. It's the soul come first. Then the spirit, then the body. Now, young boys and young girls have to realize and understand that these things do not apply to them. If you under the age of 25, you don't really know anything. You're still learning about life when you're 25. You're still discovering some things. So your soulmate, you either met them in high school or and I believe personally that your soulmate might be 10 years older than you. It depends on the generation. Baby boomers are dating Generation X. Now, during the time when my mother was born, which is World War II, that is different. She was dating a man 10 years older than her. Now, me personally, I believe that my soulmate is 10 years or 15 years older than me, because I look at the decimentations and the decimate between when Adam was born and when Eve had came. That's how I came up with that answer. So, the question is, what do man still think as far as his mate is concerned? And why is so many situations where you keep finding where relationships are not working out? Because the man is persuading the woman to leave and not be with him because he can't do that. Remember, I told you it's all about the spirit. So, again, if you play your cards right, what can you get if you play your cards right? And you get God's greatest gift when you play your cards right. But some men has been led by a different spirit, and they have not committed themselves to be with their wives. All you see now is that a woman is dating a man, and she just has to get what she wants, and that's it. But we all know these situations can come between the seed, and that's the entity that God put between the seeds. Now, where can women, and why are these things is happening? Because men that they used to be with are persuading them to do these things, and they don't even know it. They don't know that a man is persuading them to do these things, and they have been with this man, and this man had constantly did this throughout his life because something had happened or something occurred, and their spirit don't even know this. They think they are making the decision. No, honey, you are not making the decision. The man that you've been with before that person is making that decision for you, because he's going to be able to find you when he get ready to find you again. And that is why you keep seeing women doing this over and over again. They're not understanding the walks of life. They're not understanding the situations that's occurring, because it is a spirit. They don't understand as far as man is concerned. They don't understand how he is operating, how he is going by his day life. Because you had dated someone who accepted this, and now if you had dated let me go back. A lot of women have done this. Have dated a man, may have been married, and they continue to do this over and over. They are being led by this man. They're going to find a man the same way as they are, and they're going to marry them when they get ready to, and it's going to continue and prosper. Oh, you got to bound that spirit, bound and break the chains of that spirit, because if you don't, the situation is going to happen to you. It's going to happen to you. It's going to happen because it can't help but to happen, because the man that they are dating is doing this to them, and they must understand it. So when the woman is dating a man, again, when the woman is dating a man, the situation of that man who's cheating on his wife is going to eventually find someone who's the same way. Now, you have to break the chain. You unbound the chain, and that situation will be unbound, and you go to God and you repent your sins and you get saved and baptized. Now, like I said before, these situations in which can happen are situations that's going to keep occurring, and they don't know it, because a man is persuading you to do this, and you constantly keep coming back and continue to do this. So you don't have no choice but to be the witch that you are, and you're going to continue to do this over and over again. You are being persuaded by a man that you are seeing to continue the relationship on, and you rolling the wheels around, and you don't know that he's persuading you to be this way, because he's leading you. Now, the only way for a woman to change that is to change the way of thinking. She must date a man who's not married, who's not tied down, and she must date him, and she must commit her life to him, commit a relationship to him, so that this cycle will continue. Because if you continue the cycle, your kids will follow this cycle, and you don't want that. So, again, if you play your cards right, as the song says, you get the greatest gift that God got for you. And you must be reminded of this. To play your cards right, you must lay all situations out on the table. You must outweigh them, pros and cons. When you meet someone, you must outweigh them. You must lay all the whole list down and be honest with the man to let him know. And men, you gentlemen, you need to be honest with the woman. And the next song that I'm playing is giving him some. No, I'm sorry, that was that was the last one. It was giving him something. If it was the after, if you play your cards right, don't ask my neighbors by emotions, and the answer is you by Phyllis Hyman. So again, woman must remember when you meet someone out of the church or in the church, you're talking and you having dinner with this person, and hopefully he is taking you out, and you're not spending a lot of time over his house, and you are out venturing out with him, and he is spending money on you. Not necessarily, it is important for him to spend money, but you don't want to be in a situation where you constantly dating him at home. Now, once that happens, once you start to get to know him and he's starting to get to know you, then you guys can talk and to find out where you both are, because you need to know whether or not if he wants to get married or not, and if you don't want to get married, whatever the case may be, you need to be honest so that each person will be satisfied. Because it might be a situation where you say, well, I'm sorry, but you might not be the person that I want to date. You might not be the person that I want to see. I had dated someone for 6 months, and this was a while ago, about 3 years ago. And I dated him for about 6 months. I didn't have, it was a pre-sensual relationship at all. And he didn't argue with me at first, but then by the time the 6 months came, when I was going to decide whether or not if I was going to take it further, he told me right away he did not want to see me anymore because I made him wait so long. And I'm like, well, are you used to just sleeping with women constantly and getting what you want? He said yes. And I said, well, I'm sorry, that ain't me. And I left it alone. And in the name of Jesus, he stayed there where he was, and I went back where I was. So, and I don't regret it, because I could have been in any situation where it could have backfired. And I didn't feel comfortable about his living situation, because he had roommates, and I don't date no man who have roommates. So, because you never know, you could be in a situation where you in the room with him and heck break loose. You know what I'm saying? So, he didn't play his cards right. So, I threw my hand on the table, and so did he. But he threw his first, but it wasn't no problem. So, if you play your cards right, you never know what you can get. So, again, the song I'm playing now is The Answer Is You. And the next song is Sweet Thing by Chaka Khan. So ladies, again, you're going to have to make your rule book about as far as your relationship is going and where you want it to go, because it's women out here that's dating and just to be dating, and it's men out here doing the same thing. So they're on the same page from what I understand, and I listen to Michael Bailey's show all the time when I do get a chance. So I was really shocked by what I was hearing. I mean, it wasn't a surprise, but I just couldn't believe how spontaneous everybody was calling in and talking about their situation. But the other day, calling the act, oh my God, I could not believe some of the things that were said. But I do understand. Now, it'd be different if you breaking up with the person and they leaving your house, and then the person that you're talking to comes in. But these people were married and they got caught having sex while the person was at work on their way home, and that is a situation I would never want myself to be in, because Everybody cannot be understanding. Someone end up getting hurt. Someone end up getting shot. Anything can happen. So accidents happen, but the same situation where you don't want to put your life in danger. So again, this is Lady J Steen saying the answer is you.